Alright, Brian Baker and Bradley Baker here with Hunt Fish Camp. We have an awesome episode for you today. As you can see, we've got a pile of turkey meat here, which means we had some success out turkey hunting. We'll take you along. This is Bradley's tag that we're using today, and go out and see how we do it. At the end of this video, I'll show you, just like I do with fishing videos, I'll show you exactly where we were. So we're on private land in this case, but I can show you where and kind of how we break it down. So if you're new to turkey hunting or trying to figure out how you can go after a bird, I will show you how we did it. We were unsuccessful during the youth hunt, but changed a couple things and then successful today in a short amount of time. So we'll show you how we did it. And then at the end too, we'll show you how we process that bird too. So if you've never cut up a turkey, don't waste your time trying to pluck the whole thing. We'll show you how you do that. Ruby's going around. But so stay tuned. I'll put chapters in there, so if you're just looking for a certain thing, check it out. Anyway, we got some stuff to get cleaned up. Enjoy the episode, enjoy the hunt. Hopefully you get out there and get yourself a turkey. If you haven't, subscribe to the channel. That'll help us out. See ya. It's early. Breakfast of champions. Yep. Alright, before we get all the way into the house, Brad. This should have been further back. You're gonna hold that. Put those shells in your pocket. Alrighty. I'm out here with Bradley. And my dad, the turkey guru. Brad, you wanna tell us how our morning went?
Actually, we only saw 3, but we saw them 2 times. 1 gobbler, a jake, and a hen, and we did not get any.
We came close.
Yep.
We saw them, they stayed far, far away. Eventually they disappeared, thought maybe they're gone, then all of a sudden the hen ran all the way to us, right? Mm-hmm. And we thought the gobbler was gonna come right in, but he was too smart for us.
Yep.
The jake did, we had the jake right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the jake came and sat there, so we'll see that on, got that on camera I think anyway, but I was stuck in a weird position, couldn't really move. And so there's the turkey and a stick and me and the camera, so we'll see what we've got. But time for breakfast.
Time for breakfast, yep.
You would have shot me.
It looks so tasty.
Alrighty. Unsuccessful this morning. Beautiful morning, too warm actually, like 60 degrees. Well, you can see this, I'm gonna turn around. On one side you can see blue skies and nice clouds, and we have a major system rolling in. Back here we're supposed to get several inches of rain, 5 inches of snow, and so tomorrow is probably out of the question, but you never give up. So we are over there. We're gonna set up a pop-up blind today so that if we decide to come back in the morning and it's raining, which it's going to be, we have a spot to sit and stay dry. Let's go check it out. So we are coming out here to put up the pop-up blind over here. I'm walking through the cornfield back behind me.
And I stumbled upon a shed.
A nice one too.
Yeah.
Like a little, Yeah,
5
look
point.
at that curl. Yeah. He'd be a nice buck this year.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Mhm.
That's why it's important just to be out in the woods and turkey hunting. Springtime, look for sheds. In a week or two here, we'll be looking for morels. So that's pretty fun. So we're gonna get this set up, tucked under some cedar trees. Hopefully it's not too obvious for the turkeys and make things happen.
Is she to the left or right?
What?
Left or right?
You don't see her.
No. Oh wait, no, I do see her. And that's all. I'm pretty sure it's a hen. Just the video. Yeah, I'm pretty sure those are 2 hens. Yeah, the one that's coming back is the actual hen that we saw up close. The other one might be a hen.
Oh yeah, strut.
Oh yeah, there is one strutting.
Yeah.
And then I only see one of them.
Yeah.
Is there 2 gobblers up there?
Yeah, there's at least 2 gobblers. There's all those hens over there, so it might take a while before he decides to come to us.
Yeah, or he might just come over following kind of where those 2 hens came in. And then, why does it have to be now? The one time I have to go through. Oh, I see. Maybe it's a gobbler or it's a hen that came back. Because there's a hen over there walking towards him.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's a hen. Right where they are in front of us, I can't shoot them if a gobbler comes.
Oh, you can shoot there if there's a gobbler.
Oh yeah, it was right where they are now.
Or it's a jake.
The farthest back one.
Oh, it's a couple of jakes. 2 hens and 2 jakes.
I'll shoot one.
You can shoot one if you want. Up to you.
I'll shoot one, but like they're always looking at us.
Alright, well, we're make quick work of it now. Yeah. They're looking at the decoys. Pick them up and shoot.
No, a hen is looking at me.
Still, they're gonna run on. Try now. Get it up.
Okay, can I shoot one?
Yeah. Nice shot, buddy. Okay. Got a flopper. Got another shell in?
Yeah.
Okay.
The safety's on right now, so.
Okay. Yeah.
Still flopping.
He's still flopping. Head out, check him out. Let him out so you can see him. There we go.
Nice jake. Small jake. But
He's actually got a full tail.
yeah.
Yeah, usually the jakes have a few long feathers and a few short feathers. Maybe these are just all short feathers.
That's probably true, but. Oh, we got one.
We got ourselves a turkey. We're gonna get to eat. Show us the beard.
Yeah, sure. Fine, come close.
Where are you going?
What?
Here, come.
He's got a double beard.
So we actually got a double bearded Jake.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
2 beards.
Yeah.
The separation.
Yeah. There we go. So here's the scoop. So we came out this morning, and the neighbor was actually hunting on their land, but exactly where we wanted to be hunting. And so we'd have been sitting back to back basically. So we talked with him and we moved, came over in this little corner of the cornfield where we knew the last time we were here for the youth hunt, the gobbler was spending some time, and we actually had a couple gobblers up the field a little earlier that we saw strutting, but there were 4 hens out here. So the odds of us getting them all the way to us, not too great. They had moved across over the field, over the woods, lost sight of them. Not too long after, a couple hens came over from the other direction, followed by 2 jakes. Interesting little deal using the jake decoy, because the other hens that came in, they made them nervous and they'd take off, walk off, not scared, but you know, they're not staying in front of us, and they didn't really know what to think about that jake decoy either, but eventually they come up to it, and the benefit to it was they were focused on that, and where we were sitting, which is just right back over down by the trees down here, they weren't focused on Bradley, so he was able to get his gun up, line up on him, and they stayed right there for him, so able to get the shot.
Yep.
Nice job, buddy. It's the last day we had to hunt, so we're not being too picky today. Nothing wrong with shooting a jake. And double bearded jake, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Big old spurs on him. Okay, maybe not. It's all right though. So we have our setup out here. So we'll take a look. I'll show you what we've got set up. I'll Bradley go back down into the blind down there too and show you what that looks like. And it's not really blind at all. So here was the setup. So we've got our jake decoy. Last week we had a gobbler decoy out, and they really didn't seem to like that too much at all. Thought maybe the jake could be a little better, which turns out he worked out okay. And then we've got our hen over here as well. The hope was that you know, a gobbler would come in and want to get between the two and it'd be right in front of where we sat. So the place we're hunting here is my uncle's farm, and he doesn't own down in the woods, so we can't go sit down in the woods anywhere. So we had to stay on the field edge. So we found these couple of downed trees, gave us a little bit of a spot, some backdrop, and some corn stalks in front of us too. So even without a blind, you can just sit down there, Brad. So that's how we were, sitting pretty much the open. I put some grass up on some of the sticks that were in front of us there to help us out. I was just sitting right there next to them, but otherwise not too much. We didn't have much time this morning because we were sort of kicked out of the spot we wanted to be, and not really kicked out, but the neighbor was hunting just on the other side of the fence, so we moved over here and quick sat down. Turkeys were gobbling. It was getting light by the time we sat in here, but worked out pretty good. Alrighty, just like I do in fishing videos, I'm going to take you through real quick the area we hunted and how we broke it down. It looks flat, but it's not. This is a ridge line that runs through both of these, and turkeys typically like to be up on those high spots, so you really want to be close to those high areas because that's where the gobblers want to strut. They look bigger that way, and that's what they're trying to do, is look big to attract the hens. Now, where we hunted the first day was down in this bottom finger. We built the blind the night before, so a little late to the game, and the gobbler, he spent his time out strutting back and forth here, and then eventually he did come down to us, followed the wood edge, but he was nervous about that blind being so fresh. He did not make it in front of us, got close to us from behind, but then went off where we couldn't get to him. The second day when it was raining and nasty, my dad and son went and sat in a pop-up blind over along the edge over here. Didn't see any birds there, but they again saw the gobbler come out into that same area and made his way up that lower finger. So that last day we had to hunt, we had intended to sit down in that bottom finger again. We got there, neighbor was there, he was hunting the woods. We don't own the woods. So we decided to move. We knew the gobbler had been spending his time out in here. And so we walked and went around this corner. We found a spot, we were able to sit there. And there's a little flat spot here we found on the side of the hill, which is what he was using going back and forth. We also noticed later that there is a knoll right there, so a little high spot on the high spot, and that's where those gobblers were out strutting that we could see. Eventually, though, they went off with some hens. May in the future try to sit up closer to that high spot. However, they were roosting up in that area, and so if you get too close to that, then of course that's going to create its own problems. In the end, hunt those high spots. So if you have a new area, start on the high spots. So like a little knoll like that would be an excellent place to start. And then don't be afraid to move and change. So if you're in a place and you're seeing the birds, they tend to follow a pattern, come out the same area every day. Get near those areas. You do not need to call very much. You don't even need decoys if you're going to be in the areas they already want to be. Hopefully that helps you out a little bit. Get out there and shoot a turkey. Nice part about shooting jakes is it's a lot less weight to carry out. You know what's more fun than shooting a turkey? Watching your son shoot a turkey. You look like a marshmallow.
I do?
A leafy marshmallow.
Yeah, I know. So poofy.
It's cold today. 31 degrees, real feel 26, something like that.
I'm not cold.
Not cold anymore. He was cold before he shot turkey though. We had those hens coming through and we could see the gobblers off to the side. And once we couldn't see those anymore, he'd say, it was so cold. Shivering, so cold. It's that adrenaline starts pumping through you. That's why we do it. It's so much fun. Some people jump out of airplanes and we go shoot stuff.
How about I'll carry that Jake, you carry this Jake.
Heck no. I've got my own turkey I'm carrying. And I've got seats, I've got my pack, I've got all the GoPro stuff. I'm loaded down pretty good. So it's all packed into packs and strapped to me, so it's not as hard as carrying a turkey. Time for breakfast.
Went too far over my shoulder. It's hard carrying a shotgun and a turkey.
Once we get to the gates, I'll help you. This is why I don't have to go to a gym. Like I got it. Oh.
Sure?
Not sure. Not sure. Oh, there's not enough room for my boot to fit through that thing.
Why does it have to be now? The one time I have to go.
Alright, before we get all the way into the house, Brad. Should have been. Oh no, I wasn't recording.
Seriously?
Just tell us the story.
It's a long story.
You can shorten it.
Even when it's mad and not